Yeah, so my number three is got a lot of attention on shout out Cowboys Reddit, by the way. We appreciate you guys refreshing our memories, giving us your thoughts and ideas. A lot of good engagement when this question was posed to Cowboys Reddit. Mine is, what if Dez caught it?
Hashtag Dez Caught It.
Dez caught it. Yeah, hashtag Dez caught it. This was a goddamn catch. Let's get that out of the way now, very quickly.
So in a recent SLS pod, we basically talked about how there's a difference between a catch, like a real catch, and an NFL catch. And this is a great example of that, how they overcomplicate it. So,
yeah. So, quick context: Cowboys and Packers both had a great season, 12-4. The Cowboys clinched the NFC East, which they had a really good year. So when they played the Cowboys, this was at Lambeau, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So late in the game, they're down 5. It's a 4th down play in Packers territory. Romo takes a shot at Dez. He's got Sam Shields on him. He catches it and basically tries to make he puts both of his feet on the 4-yard line. He extends for the end zone. And the ball is glued to his arm. But he falls down with the football on the ground, but it doesn't wiggle at all. He brings it back to him, and they call it a catch.
So he makes a football move, basically.
He makes a football move. That's right. Thoughts on this so far?
It was a catch, 100%. That's as simple as that. I mean, the fact that they ruled it a catch initially, and then after a lengthy challenge or review, they overturned the call. Kind of tells you everything, that it looked like a catch, full speed. And even on replay, it looked like a catch unless you maybe go frame by frame and just overanalyze it. But 100% catch.
And I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, that this play really started how we overanalyze catches in football. Calvin Johnson had one that was also questionable on how it was called after replay.
Yeah, that he caught the ball and then kind of took 2-3 steps in the end zone and then put it down to celebrate.
Yeah.
And it was called incomplete. I remember that play pretty vividly. I think they were playing the Bears.
Yeah.
But that was another atrocious call. The stakes weren't as high, obviously, but it was just as bad.
Yeah. This one is, like, you'll hear me talk about this on other teams and on our podcast, is how these rules drive me insane about the catches. Like, we're staring at the ball during replays to see if it wiggled a little in their arms. It's a really miserable way to watch football. So that's what started it with this Dez Bryant catch. Like, we're overanalyzing it. What did they start calling it? The NFL and the referees started calling it completing the process of the catch, like falling down and never letting go of the damn ball, even though you caught it. Completing the process of the catch was born from this play.
Yeah, and I get the concept that if you fall and the ball comes out as soon as you hit the ground, whether you fall on your back or you fall on your chest and the ball pops out, if you don't take the 2 steps after that or before that. But every angle, every review, this was just a robbery, basically.
And I get if in the replay the ball wiggles in between his fingers just because we look at football this way. But if that happened, then maybe there's a case. But the ball doesn't move an inch. It doesn't wiggle. It's glued to him.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a catch during that attempt to get into the end zone. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to really say for certain what was going to happen after this. The Packers would have gotten the ball back. It's at Lambeau. The Cowboys were really, really good that year. And for the sake of appeasing Cowboys fans, if Dez catches it, they're ahead. And the Packers weren't great in the postseason after their Super Bowl run. They have a legitimate shot at winning the game. And they probably have 2 shots. Like, Rodgers marches down the field. They try to tie it, kick a field goal, score quickly, whatever the case may be. But the Cowboys had a good shot at winning that game and making a run. Everyone was healthy. Romo was healthy. His movement in the pocket was rarely better than it was that year. Him and Dez Bryant was such a great connection. I think that they win that game just because of how the Packers postseason history is. To be honest with you, is disappointing as some of these Cowboys losses we've seen in recent memory. So why not? Yeah. As catches it, they beat the Packers.
Yeah. I mean, if he catches it, if he's ruled down, I don't know if he got to the end zone.
Yeah, it's like it would have been at the inside the 5.
Yeah, it would have been really close. Let's say they score on the 2 plays after that. They go up by 2, or they go up by 1, and then possibly go for 2 to go up by 3. So the idea is that they could have lost this game, but the problem is that they got robbed of a chance to really win this game because of a bad call. Because after that, they turn the ball over on downs because it was 4th down, and they don't get the ball back. They're deflated, dejected, and the Packers don't give them the ball back. So that's the real issue, is not that, they would have 100% won the game, but just the fact that they didn't get a chance to win it because of a bad call.
Dez Caught It. Hashtag Dez Caught It.
And just to add to that, I mean, another thing is if even if they beat Dallas, or if they beat Green Bay, they would have had to go to Seattle the following week and play an excellent Seattle team. They had the number 1 defense. But like you said, Dallas was a great team that year. And we got robbed of the chance to see them, play in a high stakes game, the NFC Championship game. So this isn't necessarily a Super Bowl deciding play, but it is a very pivotal moment in recent Cowboys